Hi everyone, I've got a special video to share with you today. It was special for me anyway because all of my babies in this video are wearing clothes that belonged to my babies, my children when they were babies. So first I've got little Ben with the wild hair. I cannot do anything with his hair, it just won't lay flat. It's ever so soft though. So yeah, I've got Ben in this little outfit. This is the outfit my son came home in. He's 28 now. Someone had bought this for me while I was expecting him, and in those days you didn't know what sex your baby was going to be until it was born, and it literally fitted him. He wore it the once to come home in, and that was it. But I did save it because it was the one he came home from hospital in. So it's a little velour sleeper with little silky tops on the feet and this little silky bib part that says Petite Amour on it, and it's got little ribbons and things, so it could have been for a girl or a boy, couldn't it? So that was little Ben in that one. Then I've got little Rue wearing a dress that was my daughter's. My daughter is now 32. She wore that dress and she wore it a lot. I've got photographs of her in it. I used to love it, this little sailor dress. It always washed so nicely and looked so sweet on. She's got little white socks and shoes on, and she's got a little white bow on her head to match. So that's little Rue sporting that cute little dress. Oh, it's so, I can remember them wearing them. It's so nostalgic. Then we have Sam wearing another one of my son's outfits. My friend bought this for him and I loved it so much. He wore it and wore it. Absolutely loved it so much on him. And it's a little like trousers with braces, and it's got this little shirt with trains on it. We used to go to a lot of steam fairs when he was little as well, because he loved things like that, steam fairs and all that lot. He's an engineer now. He was always interested in engineering. Ever since he was tiny, he's been interested in engineering. So yeah, he's got the best job really, hasn't he? Then we've got Sammy Joe. She's wearing this little dress that belonged, we bought this for my daughter who is now 40, and all three of my daughters wore it. I've got a 40-year-old, a 37-year-old and a 32-year-old daughter. So yeah, and they all wore this little dress, absolutely loved it. So cute, and it was different at the time. Yeah. And it was small for the time as well, because at that time you got things that were 0 to 6 month size. So yeah, it fits Sammy Joe nicely, doesn't it? I remember all three of my girls wearing that. Loved it. Then I've got little Jasmine in this dress. This is another one that all three of my girls wore. I absolutely loved this dress so much. I loved the embroidery on it. Loved the soft pink of it. Loved the little cap sleeves with the embroidery on. There's little Jasmine sporting that with a little white cardigan and some little pink and white shoes and white frilly socks. Loved that. And then we've got Jordan in my son's dungarees, his first pair of jeans. These were dungaree jeans. And when he got them, he was quite small. And when he was asleep in his cot like this, I came and found him when he was having his nap. I came and found him sucking this label. Here, it was a long label, and I wrote to the company, Adams, who I'd bought it from, and said, not only is he sucking on this label that's covered in ink, but if that label had come off, he could have choked on it. And since then, they've stopped putting these labels here. They put them in the side seam instead. So that was a little story about those dungarees. But yeah, those were his little Adams dungarees, Adams that no longer exists. Little Jordan wearing those. He wore them all the time. He always wore dungarees or jeans, you know. He was that kind of little boy, always outside. Either that or he was in the nuddy, one of the two. This is another little, just this romper part, not this vest underneath. This is so old, all the elastics perished in it and it's got no elastic. I need to redo the elastic, I think. But all three of my girls wore this as well. I absolutely loved it. It was great in the summer because it's so cool it kept them covered, but it was still nice and cool. But like I say, Sarah Jane's sporting that, but all the elastic's gone out of it, look. It had little elastic there so that it gathered around the legs and it gathered around the top here. But yeah, I love that so much. I can remember them wearing it. I love that all three of them wore them as well. And we've got little Pumpkin. She's wearing another dress that all three of them wore. My daughter was born in March, so it was still quite cool. She had this long sleeved, it feels like a brushed cotton fabric. I can remember that on her so well. She wore that a lot, and all three of my girls wore that. And she's also wearing a little hat I knitted for my youngest daughter when I was pregnant. Look how tiny that little hat is. I can't believe my daughter used to wear that. And I put little tassels on the back of it as well. Gorgeous. That's my little pumpkin in that dress. Then we've got Sally wearing this dress. This was my youngest daughter's dress. Only she wore that, not the other two daughters. It was bought for her, so it's a really pretty dress. It's like a silky with embroidery on it, and then it's got a pink cotton layer underneath. Sammy's wearing that with her little pink bunny shoes. Yeah, so that was that one. So nice to find all these out, and I found them all out yesterday and gave them all a good wash and tumble dry. Then we've got little Arlo in another outfit that was my son's. It was the one his uncle bought him when he was born, and he wore this so much. He wore it a lot. With it being tops and bottoms, he could wear it from being quite tiny. It was from Adams. It says casual wear for tots. And it's a little hoodie, as you can see, and then a striped shirt, and then little blue joggers with red cuffs. He did wear that a lot, and I kept it. And actually, my brother-in-law's son, his uncle's son, wore it as well, borrowed it and wore it once because he came here and had an accident and had no clothes to change into when he was visiting. So he had that on, yeah. So that's really nice, isn't it? And then another outfit that was just my daughter's, and I loved this outfit so much. We've got little Shiloh in it. Hi, Shiloh. Look at this outfit. Let me see if I can move this up a bit further so you can see a bit better. It's a little dress, like a top, with matching pants. Can you see the little pants? They're quite big pants and they come down quite a way. Shiloh fits it beautifully. But I had this on my daughter for months because she wore it as a dress to start with. Obviously I had the pants underneath, but she could wear it right up until it was right up here on her. You know, and the pants are that big that they still fitted her. So she wore that for such a long time. That was, my friend bought that again for my youngest daughter, and I absolutely loved it. Yeah, kept that little one. Look how cute it is, with the little frilly arms and the bows underneath. So nice that is. Loved that. And then the final outfit I have to show you is the christening gown that my youngest two wore. Comes with a little hat. Look how lovely it is, how nicely decorated. I absolutely love this so much. It's still in gorgeous, gorgeous condition. My babies are wearing it now. I've got little Emily in it. Love it. It's really silky and it's cream rather than white, and I can remember them wearing it. Even my son wore it. My son and my daughter wore it. So yeah. So those were my babies dressed in my baby's clothes. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.